Hi everyone, welcome back. I know. I'm coming to you from a very different setup and I sound a little different right now too, so bear with me. Long story short, surgery happened and now I'm kind of bedbound for a bit. But hey, I figured it's a perfect time to get philosophical with you all because today's topic is something that's really close to my heart lately, and especially because I've been on my own healing journey. And as I mentioned, I'm currently recovering from a major surgery, and let me tell you, it's been one hell of a ride. Balancing body, mind, spirit feels like juggling flaming torches while riding a unicycle right now. I've had a lot of time to reflect, and it's been a humbling experience to relearn some of these principles that I'm going to share with you today. I'm very passionate about the topic that we're going to talk about today, so this might be a little longer video. I will put the little links for the time frames of each topic so you can jump ahead if you want to listen to a topic rather than the whole video. But I'm not just speaking from textbooks or theory here. I'm living these lessons day by day currently and using them to navigate my own challenges. So in this video, I want to dive deep into the philosophy of health and how we can balance the body, mind, spirit to live a more holistic and fulfilling life. Whether you're dealing with physical pain, emotional stress, or just trying to find a way through a tough season like I am, I hope these insights can help you too. I'm seeing this chapter of my life as an opportunity to learn, to grow, and to reaffirm all of these concepts to myself again. I believe that every challenge comes with a lesson if we're willing to see it, and that's exactly what we're going to explore today. So grab a comfy seat, maybe even a cup of cha, and let's get into it. So let's kick things off with the mind-body connection. Here's the deal. Your thoughts have way more power than your morning coffee, or in my case right now, my pain meds. But did you know that when you think positively, your body literally responds with a heck yes, let's heal faster. But if you're all doom and gloom and your body's like, I guess we'll just lie here and sulk a little longer and take our sweet time to slowly heal rather than a fast recovery process, also age dependent. There's actually science behind this. Studies show that stress can weaken your immune system, while positive vibes, which aren't just all the hippies saying that keep your positive vibes up, can boost your body's natural defenses. So next time you're feeling down, try flipping the script in your head. I'm currently embracing the bed potato life and telling myself this is premium self-care time, people. Okay, it can't get any better self-care time than just focusing solely on myself, my healing, and what I'm eating. That's it. Those are my only worries right now in life. So you might have heard this idea before, but let's take it up a notch by diving into some sciencey aspects from Bruce Lipton, who's a MD. His book, The Biology of Belief. So Bruce Lipton is a cell biologist who basically turned the scientific world on its head by saying our beliefs, yes, the thoughts that you have right now can literally change the chemistry of your body. Now, before you think, wait, what? That sounds like woo-woo magic or some shit. Like, let's break it down here. Imagine your body is like a car and your mind is the driver. If you're constantly thinking negative thoughts like I'm never going to heal, I'm always stressed, then it's like driving with the handbrake, the emergency brake on while you're trying to drive this car. And after a while, you do this long enough, your body's going to feel the strain. But if you shift your mindset to a positive, empowering beliefs, it's like hitting the gas pedal, giving your body the green light to drive and thrive and heal. Bruce Lipton's research shows that our cells actually respond to the thoughts we think. It's not just about the brain telling your body what to do, it's about the cells in your body listening to every single thought you have. So in his book, Lipton explains how positive beliefs can activate healing genes, while negative beliefs can trigger stress responses, which is a wild concept to think about. So like replay that again and listen to that again. That's wild. And you've probably heard of the placebo effect, right? That's when patients heal just because they believe that they're receiving treatment. And the placebo effect is seen a lot in scientific research. Even if it's like they're getting a sugar pill, they heal themselves and their body recovers. Well, according to Lipton, that's the power of belief at work. It's your mind telling your body, hey, like, everything's gonna be okay, and your body actually responding to that by getting better. And it's like sending good healing vibes to every single cell, one thought at a time. And that's pretty powerful, I'm not gonna lie. On the flip side, there's a thing called nocebo effect, which is like the evil twin of the placebo effect. So if you believe something bad is going to happen, your body can actually start manifesting that symptom into your body. It's like when you Google your headache symptoms and suddenly convince yourself that you have this rare disease or cancer or something, and it's not fun. So, how can we use this mind-body connection to actually improve our health? I'm going to start with something that Lipton in his book talks about, and that's reprogramming your subconscious mind. He suggests using powerful, positive affirmations. Sorry. The incision is like right under here, so it's painful. Anyways, using powerful affirmations, visualizations, and even hypnotherapy to change those deep-seated beliefs that might be holding you back, that are in your subconscious. And a lot of meditation gurus and stuff talk about this too. And again, the best time to change your subconscious thoughts and beliefs is right before you go to bed and right when you wake up, because your brain is still waking up and in that like in between zone of switching brain waves. And this is when your brain is the most suggestible and susceptible. Yeah, you got what I'm trying to say. I'm not gonna even finish that. But yeah, so it's like updating the software in your brain so that your body can run smoother, basically, by reprogramming your subconscious. Here's a quick exercise that we can try right now. Close your eyes. take a deep breath in and imagine your cells lighting up like little twinkling lights full of energy and health. You can also imagine them filling up with golden white light. It's like giving your cells a pep talk, talking to them. Hey guys, we're in this together and we're gonna heal, okay? And the more you believe in your body's ability to heal, the more it actually does. Amazing. You can open your eyes now. So now we're going to touch into how we can apply this into real life. So Lipton's work shows us that we're not just victims of our genetics or our circumstances. We have the power to influence our biology with our thoughts, and that is like having a freaking superpower you didn't even know you had. So whether you're recovering from surgery like me right now, hi, or just trying to improve your overall health, remember that your mindset matters. The way you think either drains your energy or can help boost your healing. So next time you catch yourself having or thinking a negative thought, flip the script. Instead of being like, I'm never gonna get better, try saying, my body knows how to heal and I'm getting stronger every day. This isn't just positive thinking. It's literally rewiring your biology for the better. And that is some powerful, powerful stuff. So to wrap up this concept, your mind is like a remote control for your body. You can either tune into the channel of stress and worry or switch to a frequency of healing and positivity. Thanks to the mind-body connection, you have more control over your health than you realize. And if Bruce Lipton's research has taught us anything, it's that belief is a powerful medicine. Okay, so now let's switch topics and talk about Stoicism. No, it's not about being a statue that has and shows zero emotions. Stoicism is actually an ancient philosophy that's like a cheat code for life. Imagine if, what's his name? Marcus Aurelius had a TikTok. His content would be amazing. I'd be tuned in all the time to soak up all his knowledge. But basically, the gist of Stoicism teaches us to focus only on what we can control. Like, I can't control the fact that I'm stuck in this condition right now. Being in bed, barely being able to move, needing help to walk and all of that. But I can control how many Netflix shows that I binge watch. And that, my friends, is how to stay sane in unforeseeable circumstances where life just throws things at you and you don't know how to get through it. One Stoic principle that I love is amor fati, which means loving your fate. So if life hands you lemons, the most cliche one, if life hands you lemons, squeeze those suckers into the best lemon water detox you have ever had, and your liver will thank you for it. So next time life gets tough, just channel your inner Stoic and be like, challenge accepted, universe. I will make it through this. Like, see it as a game. Whatever obstacle that pops up, whatever circumstance that pops up, accept it like it's a video game challenge that you have to get through to get to the next level. So let's dive deeper into this thing called Stoicism. And no, I'm not talking about being an emotional robot. The ancient Stoics were actually all about living a really good life, a life full of meaning, a life full of resilience, and dare I say happiness? Imagine Stoicism as like as the ancient Greek version of self-help that is like spreading like wildfire these days, but with fewer memes and more toga parties. The big idea here is learning to be at peace with whatever life throws your way. It's like turning on the do not disturb mode on your emotions. So, let's break down some core Stoic principles that you can actually use every day, even if you're stuck in bed like me. So first up is the dichotomy of control. Now, I know that sounds like a super boring textbook chapter, but like, stick with me here, okay? Just stay here. The dichotomy of control is all about focusing on what you can control and letting go of what you can't. Think of life like a game, like how I was saying, of chess. You can't control the opponent's moves, but you can control your own strategy. So stressing over things like traffic, the weather, or the fact that your favorite show just got canceled, like, that's like yelling at that chessboard hoping it changes, and is kind of completely pointless. What you can control, however, is your response. And Sadhguru talks about this too. Responding is your responsibility, and that's the only thing that you can control. Feeling anxious about an upcoming exam, a job interview, or I don't know, like being stuck in a global pandemic like we just did, instead of spiraling, Stoicism would say, okay, I can't control the outcome here, but I can control my preparation and my mindset. It's all about showing up with your best moves regardless of what the situation presents. So now let's talk about one of my favorite Stoic principles, amor fati, which is basically fate of love. I feel like this one's a pretty good, this is a good one to really hone into, because it basically means embracing everything that happens to you. That means the good, the bad, and the ugly. It's a hard pill and it's a hard concept to really grasp, because we all want to get into the victim mode of why me, but embracing the outer circumstances with the good, bad, and ugly, you can also then start to embrace those same aspects of you within yourself, and that leads to radical acceptance of yourself and unconditional love for yourself if you struggle in self-love department. Another example is like, okay, so life hands you a mystery box, and instead of being like, what if it's full of problems? Like, instead, what you're gonna do is like, oh my god, it's a challenge. Like, let's go. I'm ready to level up. Like, see it as something that popped up that's trying to block you from going to a higher octave, to a higher level, to in whatever arena or whatever life circumstance that you want to think about it as. So, or like, you can imagine baking a cake and you realize halfway through that you're out of sugar. A non-stoic would panic and be like, oh my god, like, what am I gonna do? Maybe cry a little, I don't know. But if you use Stoic principles in this, you would take a deep breath and it's like, okay, that's okay. It's time to get creative. It's time to see what else I can throw in here that would taste really good. So maybe you experiment with honey as your sugar source for this baking project. The point is, even when life doesn't go as planned, Stoicism teaches you to turn those lemons into a 5-star lemon meringue pie, even if those aren't your favorite. When I first heard about this concept, I was like, right. How am I supposed to love everything that's happened? Like, I've gone through some traumatic events that have caused me PTSD and depression and anxiety, and I may not look like what I've gone through, but I've gone through a lot in life to have a lot of life experience. And at one point it was just like, how am I supposed to love that this happened to me? But here's the thing. When you stop fighting against reality and you start accepting it, life becomes a lot less stressful. It's like swimming against the current, and suddenly you just start floating. And I live and thrived off of Finding Nemo's quote of just keep swimming, just keep swimming. So that goes for you too. Here's another Stoic gem for you. Memento mori, if I'm saying that correctly, which means remember you will die. I know that sounds super dark, but hear me out. This isn't about being super morbid. It's actually about living life to the fullest. Because imagine if you've got a countdown timer on your phone that shows you exactly how many days you've got left, which I did do this during a really deep, dark time of my life to reset and reboot myself. Instead of freaking you out, it's like a reminder to make every day count and to stop sweating the small things and start appreciating the bigger picture of what's going on instead of being hyper focused on the trauma or what is going on. So, if you've ever heard one of those, like, why is everything wrong days, Stoicism would say, hey, you're alive, you're breathing, and that means that you have another chance to make today an amazing day. It's kind of like a gentle kick in the butt from the universe to put you in the right direction again. Here's another fun analogy. Think of yourself as a surfer. You can't control the size of the waves, but you can control how you ride them. And Stoicism teaches you to ride those waves of life with grace, no matter how choppy the water gets. Or how about this one? Imagine you're a tree in the middle of a storm. You can't stop the wind from blowing, but you can make sure your roots are, sorry, that's Toffee just moving around right now. He'll be telling me to be quiet so he can nap. What you can do is make sure that your roots are strong enough to keep you grounded. And that's what Stoic resilience is all about. Standing tall, no matter what storm comes your way. So the next time life hits you with a plot twist, like mine, just remember, be like the tree, or be the surfer, or heck, be the one friend who's always unbothered by no matter what drama is going around them. You know the one. So to sum up this part, Stoicism isn't about being cold or unemotional. It's about mastering your emotions and rolling with the punches and embracing whatever life throws at you, because let's face it, life is one wild roller coaster ride, and we can't control the ride. We can definitely choose to throw our hands up and enjoy it though. And I've been using Stoic principles to stay sane during my recovery, and honestly, it's been a lifesaver, and it's keeping my mind from, because I haven't received the results of what direction my health is about to take a turn in right now. Like, I'm still in the in-between zone, and I'm using these principles to keep my mind going in the right direction and reaffirm all of these concepts again to myself and to you, and with this video. So whether you're dealing with big challenges or just trying to keep it together in everyday life, give Stoicism a try. There's many books out there, and you might just find that inner peace you've been searching for with these concepts. Another goodie and a really good topic is mindfulness. If you're thinking, mindfulness, isn't that just a fancy word for meditation? Well, yes and no. It's like meditation's cool, laid back cousin, if you want to think of it that way. Mindfulness is about being fully present in the moment. So you being grateful for this moment, then this moment, then this moment, then this moment. You see where I'm getting? It's a moment to moment thinking and being present in that moment rather than up in your head or thinking about something else or whatever else that's going on around you. Like right now, I'm lying here in bed, but instead of stressing out about all the things that I could be doing, I just need to be focusing on being here with you, telling and reaffirming these concepts. And outside of this, it's just worrying about healing, recovering, and what I'm eating, and that's literally it. Being mindful doesn't mean you have to sit in silence like a monk and meditate. You can be mindful while eating, really making sure you're chewing all your food and tasting all the flavors and all of that while showering. Showering is one of those daily tasks that kind of becomes automated in our brain. So really feeling moment to moment in the shower and feeling the water on your body, or even while scrolling on TikTok, as long as you're aware that you're doing it. Okay, there's a little thing that I want us to try. Take a deep breath in, hold it, and then let it out slowly. You feel that? That's your body's way of saying, thanks, I needed that. Seriously. Even just something simple as mindful breathing is like pressing the reset button on your nervous system when you are feeling overwhelmed. So now, how do we put all of this in practice, right? Like, we've talked about a lot of concepts here now. How we put this into practice is that we approach life with a holistic life approach, my friends. So imagine it like a wellness buffet, that you don't just load your plate with one thing, you sample a little bit of everything. You've got your body, feeding it right, moving it, giving it some love, or in my case right now, a lot of bed rest, just lazing around, honestly. But that's what I need right now. Then there's your mind. Challenging it, pushing it beyond its limits, nurturing it, keeping it curious by learning new things. And then finally, in the spirit, this is a part that makes you feel alive, whether it's through art or music or connecting with others, or simply petting a cute dog, like this little one over here. He didn't like that. Remember that balance doesn't mean doing everything perfectly every day. It's about finding what works for you and embracing it with the quirks and all. So like me right now, embracing the fact that I'm giving you a wellness pep talk while rocking these awesome star-like pajamas is just doing that. We've talked about mind-body connection, the wisdom of Stoicism, and the power of our beliefs, but I want to go even deeper Because when it comes to true balanced wellness, we can learn so much from the Indigenous traditional medicine, which emphasizes the harmony of 4 key pillars of health. Toffee's tummy, which are physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual health. And I've been talking about these concepts on TikTok for a very long time, and I want to touch base on them now. So think of these 4 pillars like the legs of a sturdy table. If one leg is wobbly or missing, the whole thing becomes unstable, right? That goes the same for our health. When we're only focusing on the physical, like a diet and exercise, but ignore our emotional or spiritual well-being, we're not living in balance. It's like trying to ride a bike with a flat tire. Like, I'm sure you'll get where you want to go and move forward, but it's gonna be a slow, bumpy ride. Like, it's not gonna be enjoyable. So let's break down what the pillars are. And yeah, which is at the heart of the Indigenous healing traditions. So physical health. This one's pretty familiar to most of us because it's been shoved down our throats all of our lives. It's about taking care of our body. So think nutritious foods, regular exercise, sleep, all the good stuff that keeps our physical vessel strong. But Indigenous wisdom teaches us that it's not just what you put in our body, but also how you honor it. So it's about moving your body in ways that bring you joy, whether that's through dance or walking in nature, or simply just stretching to release tension. Like, it doesn't need to be this, I need to take 2 hours or 3 hours out of a day to go work out at a gym type of situation. You know, like, you do what feels good for you. Any kind of movement. So emotional health is the second pillar, and this pillar is all about feeling your feelings and not burying them, which I have been very guilty of doing in my life, in my earlier life. In the Indigenous cultures, emotional health is often tied to the idea of community and connectedness. It's about being able to express your emotions, share your burdens, and find support amongst your loved ones, whether it's through storytelling, song, or just being able to say to a friend or your family, relatives, that I'm not okay right now. Emotional health is about honoring your heart's truth and not running away from it, finding distractions and unhealthy coping mechanisms to run away from what you're truly feeling and really sitting and feeling through it. Mental health is a fairly newer concept, but very well known now. We think often about reducing stress and anxiety when we think of mental health, but in the Indigenous perspectives, it's about having a clear mind, a positive outlook. It's about filling your mind with thoughts that uplift you and avoiding negativity that drains you. So imagine your mind as a garden. What seeds are you planting? Are they seeds of positivity? Are they seeds of growth? Are they seeds of resilience? Or are they weeds of fear and self-doubt? Like, what are you planting? Last but not least is spiritual health, and I think this one is, there's a lot of misconceptions, I would say, about spiritual health out there right now, since these 4 pillars have been picking up traction from my page. This doesn't necessarily mean following religion. It's more about feeling connected to something bigger than yourself. Whether that's nature, whether that's the universe, a higher power, or simply a deep wisdom that's already within you. Spiritual health is about finding meaning and purpose, your personal purpose in life, and that doesn't need to mean necessarily like a purpose of, oh, I'm about to be a singer, you know what I mean? Like, it's an inner personal purpose of what does your life mean. It's about nurturing your soul, whether that's through the avenues of meditation and prayer or rituals, or just spending quiet time in reflection. Honestly, it's simple as that. So how can we use these 4 pillars to create a more balanced life? It's by starting a check-in with yourself. Which pillar feels really strong right now? And which one might need a little extra love? Maybe you've been hitting the gym consistently, like, amazing, go you, but haven't taken the time to really process your emotions, like you're running away from those emotions. Maybe you went through a bad breakup, and instead of feeling those emotions, you're either jumping to the next relationship, or you're distracting yourself with hitting the gym 3 times a day. You know what I mean? You can start feeling spiritually disconnected also, like you're missing that sense of a deeper meaning. And in all of these things, doing that check-in, that's a cue to yourself to find a rebalance within your life. And the beauty of the 4 pillars is that they're all interconnected. When you nourish one, the other one benefits too. So for example, taking a walk in nature isn't just good for your physical health, it's to boost your emotional, your mental, your spiritual well-being too. It's like getting a 4-for-1 deal on wellness, and I mean, who doesn't love a good deal, right? Am I right? So, whether you're embracing the Stoic principles of resilience, harnessing the mind-body connection with positive beliefs, or looking into Indigenous wisdom for holistic balance, remember this: true wellness is about nurturing all parts of yourself. It's not about fixing one area, but rather bringing all the pieces together to create a harmonious whole. And I'm obviously going to bring in traditional Chinese medicine into these concepts too, because they have a really good understanding of all of this also. This ancient healing system, again, has been around for thousands of years and thrives on the concept of balance, harmony, and looking at health in a truly holistic way. In TCM, health is not just the absence of disease. It's a state of complete harmony between your body, mind, and spirit. So, again, with the whole table analogy, it can be a 3-legged table. When one is wobbly, off balance, the whole thing can tip over. And that is why TCM treats the whole person rather than just the symptoms. So it's looking at the entire garden and not just pulling out the weeds. It's looking at the soil. It's looking at what's around, looking at the environment, looking at watering and climate and all of that. Like, it's taking the big whole picture into consideration for the human. So one of the most core concepts in TCM is the idea of the 3 treasures, which are Jing, another word is essence, your Qi, your vital energy, or your Shen, which is your spirit. These are fundamental energies that make up who we are, and they're deeply connected to the mind-body-spirit balance. So going a little deeper, your Jing, your essence, is like the foundation, the very bare bone foundation of your health. It's what you're born with. your deep energy reserves, almost like the battery life of your body, and can, in Western terms, can be is like the constitution of your body. When you're constantly stressed or burning the candle at both ends, you're draining your Jing, your essence. And that's why things like proper rest, nourishing food, and stress management are crucial for preserving your essence. Your chi, your vital energy, is like the life force that flows through us. Kind of like the fuel that keeps everything running smoothly. And think of it as the electricity that powers your house. When your chi is balanced, you feel energized, focused, ready to take on the day. But when it's blocked or depleted, then you might feel fatigued, anxious, or just not that great. And this is where practices like acupuncture and Tai Chi, Qigong, and herbal medicines come in to help to balance your chi flow. Then your Shen, your spirit, which represents your consciousness, your mental well-being. In TCM, Shen is housed in the heart, and it's all about the sense of joy, clarity, and inner peace. Sorry, your coffee just left. If your Shen is healthy, you'll feel calm, content, and connected to your purpose. But if your Shen is disturbed, maybe due to emotional stress or trauma, it can lead to feelings of anxiety, restlessness, and insomnia. And that's why practices like meditation, mindfulness, and spending time in nature are so important for nourishing your Shen. So, bringing all the holistic healing approaches together now, what's the most beautiful thing about TCM is how it sees the mind, body, spirit as interconnected parts of a whole. So if you're physically unwell, it can affect your mood, it can affect your emotions and spirit. Likewise, if you're mentally or emotionally out of balance, it can show up in your physical health. And this isn't a concept that's well integrated into the Western medicine society right now. And that's why TCM treatments are personalized, person to person. They're designed to bring all three treasures, your Jing, Qi, and Shen, back into harmony. For example, if you're recovering from surgery like this one here, TCM might recommend a combination of acupuncture to boost your Qi, herbal tonics to strengthen your Jing, and meditation to calm your Shen. In TCM, it's about treating the root cause and not just the symptomatic branches of what is causing the problem. I think I want to give you guys some tips, I guess, for how you can apply some of these TCM principles in your life. And yeah, so to strengthen your Jing, you can prioritize your sleep, reduce stress, and nourish your body with nutrient-rich foods like bone broth, nuts, and seeds. To boost your Qi, you can try gentle movements like Tai Chi, yoga, or even just like a daily walk to get your energy flowing. To nurture your Shen, you can spend time in nature, practice meditation, or engage in activities that bring you joy and feed your soul. But remember, health isn't about fixing what's broken. It's about nurturing all parts of yourself so that you can thrive. So next time you're feeling out of balance, ask yourself, which one of my treasures needs a little extra love today? And I hope this exploration into TCM's holistic view of health gives you a new perspective on how you can take care of yourself, especially during challenging times. Whether you're healing from surgery like me, or dealing with stress, or looking to feel more balanced, remember that you always have the healing power from within to kind of help you. Right, so we've covered a lot. We've talked about a lot. We've reinforced a lot of concepts that I'm sure that you've already are aware of. So let's bring it all together. We've taken a deep dive into the philosophy of health, exploring how we can truly balance our body, mind, and spirit for a more fulfilling and holistic life. We started off by looking at the wisdom of the Stoics, who remind us that while we can't control everything that happens to us, we can control how we respond. It's about finding that inner strength, especially when life throws challenges your way, like my own journey from recovering from surgery. So instead of resisting or fearing the tough moments, we can ask ourselves, what is this teaching me? What am I meant to learn from this? Then we explored the mind-body connection, where modern science meets ancient wisdom, and drawing from Bruce Lipton's Biology of Belief, we saw how our thoughts and beliefs can actually shape our biology. It reminds us that our mindset is very powerful, and we all have a superpower that is untapped within us. It can either uplift our health or drag it down, and let's choose belief that empowers us and not limits us. From there, we took the inspiration from Indigenous traditional medicine, which teaches us the importance of the 4 pillars of health: physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual. Like the 4 legs of a sturdy table, each pillar needs to be strong for us to stand in true wellness. It's about nurturing all parts of ourselves and not just focusing on the physical health or the mental, but seeing health as a full circle. Then we dived into wisdom of traditional Chinese medicine, where the mind, body, and spirit are seen as deeply interconnected. We learned about the 3 treasures, Jing, essence, Qi, and the Shen, that make up our holistic health. It's a reminder that when one aspect of ourselves is out of balance, the rest can also be affected. And TCM truly teaches us to treat the root cause of what's happening instead of just the symptoms, so that we can truly thrive. So, what does all of this mean for you? It means that you have way more power over your well-being than you might think. And that is your superpower. Whether it's practicing mindfulness like a Stoic, believing in your body's ability to heal, balancing the 4 pillars of health, or aligning your Jing, Qi, and Shen, you have the tools to create a life that feels whole and balanced. So take a moment to reflect right now where you're feeling imbalanced right now. Is it in your mind? Is it in your body or spirit that needs attention? Maybe it's time to slow down and rest and nourish your body with good food and sleep like me. Or maybe it's your mind that needs a detox from all the negative thoughts and limiting beliefs that have been placed on you from a very small age. Or perhaps your spirit is craving some stillness and connection, whether that's through meditation, a walk in nature, or simply taking time to breathe. Proper belly breathing instead of using your upper body to breathe. So remember, true health is not about perfection. It's about balance. It's a journey and not a destination. Whether you are in your own wellness journey, know that you're exactly where you're meant to be. And every step, no matter how small, is a step towards greater health and happiness. Yeah, I think that kind of sums it all up. So I'd love to hear from you, what part of this philosophy resonated with you the most. How did you balance your own body, mind, and spirit? And I want you to share some of your thoughts in the comments below. And if you found any sort of value in this video, please don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more holistic health content, wellness content, and share this with someone who could use a little inspiration today. So thank you for joining me on this journey of philosophy. And yeah, until next time, stay balanced, stay well, and remember, you have the power to heal from within.